Have you ever wanted a simple way to keep track of your customers' concerns? Hi, this is Eliot from Workload. In this video, we'll be building a workflow starting with a new form response in HubSpot. Then we'll be filtering that response through the AI formatter by Workload. And finally, we'll be adding the details of that response to a new spreadsheet row in Google Sheets. All right, let's build a workflow. So we're going to start here, as always, at the workload editor, and we're going to give our workflow a title. So this is going to be HubSpot to Sheets. And we're going to click inside the trigger box to select our trigger app, which is going to be HubSpot. And the event is going to be a new form submission. So this workflow will initiate when there is a new submission to this form. We'll go ahead and select that form now. It's going to be our new customer form. And then we'll test this trigger to see if we have any responses to that form. And it looks like we do. So we have a new form submission, but I'm noticing that there is an indent here. And that means that this information is stored within an array. So if I click on this raw console tab, you can see here there's this values array, and then all of these answers to the questions on our form are tucked inside of that array. In order to take that information and put it into Google Sheets, we need to reformat it so it's not contained within that array. So we'll click continue. And for our step 2, instead of selecting an app, we're going to pick one of our tools. So I'm going to click on this tools icon, and I'm going to select the AI formatter by workload, and we're going to format data. Click continue. For the input data, I'm going to click inside of this box and come down to our step 1 here and click inside, and I'm going to find that values array. So I'm going to click there for our input data. I'm going to paste in this prompt. Turn this array into an object. I'm going to click continue and then test this action. And now that information that had previously been stored inside the array is a separate response that we can reference in our next step. So I'm going to click continue. I'm going to click on the plus sign to add a step. And I'm going to select Google Sheets as my app. And the event is going to be create a spreadsheet row. I'm going to make sure I'm connected to my Google account. The spreadsheet that I want to update is going to be my test spreadsheet. And the worksheet is just sheet 1. For the row data, I'm going to click on the box here that says add to, and then select the column that I want to update. So for the name column, I'm going to click inside the data box and come down to that step 2 with our formatted data. And I'm going to select the name, Slip Buffet. I'm going to click add to again. And this time, the column is going to be the email column. And I'm going to take the data from that step 2 and find the email address. And then add to one last time for our third column, which is our concern column. And the data is also going to come from that formatted step. Can we meet for 15 minutes? So then I'm going to click continue. I'm going to test this action. And it looks like we have a success. So I'm going to click continue here. And now I'm going to look over at my Google Sheet. And there it just arrived. Slip Buffet with his email address and his concern. So it looks like our workflow is set up correctly. We have a green dot in the corner of each one of our nodes. So I can activate this workflow. And now every time I get a new form submission to that specific form in HubSpot, this workflow will automatically format the data and then place it into a spreadsheet row in Google Sheets. That's how you can automate the process of updating your spreadsheet whenever you get a new form response from HubSpot. Please like and subscribe to this video to get more content from Workload about how to make your business practices flow more smoothly. And I'll see you next time.